5 parents walked into Judge Vonda B's courtroom convinced they had the facts, the excuses, and the upper hand on their side. But one question, one document, or one reaction from Judge Vonda B changed everything. From conflicting stories to excuses that unraveled under pressure, every claim was tested as hidden truths began to surface. Stay until the end to see which courtroom moment left everyone completely speechless.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
yes,
you're back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found Mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well,
This hearing takes a dramatic turn almost immediately. Before anyone even gets into the legal issues, emotions start boiling over. Notice how Judge Vonda B quickly takes control of the courtroom. That's important because family court cases often become emotional battles instead of fact-based discussions. The judge isn't interested in side comments or personal attacks, she wants evidence and accountability. What would you have done if you were trying to tell your side while the other parent kept interrupting?
What's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
right.
So it looks like you were here, back when you were here, they had a, excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
he
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what? You talking about you
God
there.
don't like
Maybe
ugly.
you know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it
Things
ain't the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And that
Well, no,
evil
the weather
spirit
is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the
Okay.
judge. Don't direct none over him.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me.
Now we're getting to the heart of the dispute. The father claims the children have been living with him for 7 to 8 months, and according to his testimony, the mother hasn't been providing financial support or regular visitation. Legally, that changes everything. Child support is tied to parental responsibility, not personal feelings. If these claims are true, the court may see a major imbalance in who's carrying the burden of raising these children.
Looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has Mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't,
works.
Your
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
Yeah,
right.
he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No.
That's how she got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put Mom on child support.
Listen closely here because this is a detail many viewers overlook. The father isn't just asking for child support, he's also paying for health insurance coverage. Courts consider those expenses when calculating support obligations. While one parent talks about promotions and extra work to provide stability, the other parent is about to face questions she may not have expected. Did this moment start changing how you see the case?
All right. And health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I made me a manager at the McDonald's. So I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that.
All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
The judge now shifts her focus to the mother, and things get uncomfortable fast. Instead of sticking to clear financial facts, the conversation begins drifting into explanations and personal choices. Family court judges hear excuses every day, which is why credibility matters so much. The more a witness avoids direct answers, the more scrutiny follows. And right now, Judge Vonda B seems determined to separate reality from distraction.
Okay, Ms. Daniels.
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand that, right?
I do, Judge.
All right.
But
so
I should be pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The fact
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You
He did.
didn't. I dismissed
I had an
it.
opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest
Can I
you
swallow?
at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
This may be one of the most revealing moments in the entire hearing. The mother starts describing a life-changing opportunity and claims to have substantial money available. But in court, statements aren't measured by confidence, they're measured by consistency. The judge is carefully listening for numbers, details, and facts that can actually be used to make a legal decision. Every answer from this point forward carries serious consequences.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up. You know.
Oh,
I
let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from him.
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change me.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Clough.
I know.
Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story, because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had
You know.
6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough, again,
Federal dollars don't take
I'm
it.
not,
I put it
excuse me,
overseas.
Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you wanna pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't wanna take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Here comes the pressure test. Judge Vonda B asks a simple question: how much money do you make? It sounds straightforward, yet the answer keeps moving. This is where many family court cases unravel. Judges need reliable income information to determine child support. Vague ranges and uncertain estimates can create credibility problems. From hesitation to frustration, the tension in this courtroom is rising with every passing second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
You said no more outbursts.
I was,
It's true.
It's your allergies.
yeah.
Handle that. You
Handle.
need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me because, you know, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500 or I can have a promotion that's $50,000. So,
Miss Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question.
Judge,
On
I have
average,
a simple answer.
On average,
How
much do you make in a year?
The judge finally receives a number and immediately starts connecting it to parental responsibility. What makes this moment powerful is the contrast. On one side are 5 children being raised by their father. On the other is testimony about influencing audiences and earning income. Judge Vonda B's reaction highlights a key principle of family law: children come before image, lifestyle, and personal ambitions. Every argument is now being viewed through that lens.
Judge, I'd like to say about, maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving, because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed? What do we do?
I am self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing, you said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me. You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me?
It's hot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly, make it quick.
Now the financial picture becomes even more dramatic. Questions about personal spending begin surfacing, and suddenly the courtroom is comparing priorities. While the father describes the costs of caring for 5 children, the discussion shifts toward expensive personal choices. Whether viewers agree or disagree, the optics here are difficult to ignore. Did this revelation strengthen the father's position in your eyes, or is there more to the story?
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
No, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40,000. Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers. You are about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%.
This is where legal reality replaces courtroom storytelling. Judge Vonda B begins calculating support based on the income testimony provided under oath. Many people don't realize that once a number is presented in court, the judge can use that information when determining support obligations. The math may seem cold, but it reflects a legal principle. Children are entitled to financial support from both parents, regardless of past conflicts.
And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
well,
No.
if I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So 6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor? Or?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Even after the support amount is announced, the drama isn't over. The conversation quickly shifts to visitation and parenting time. This is a reminder that custody and support are related but separate issues. The court wants stability for the children first. As practical questions about schedules, transportation, and availability emerge, the courtroom begins revealing which parent is truly prepared for the responsibilities that come with raising 5 kids.
Judge, it just depends. I would
She
say,
just
though,
answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great,
she's
monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I can give you that.
Plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
Yeah, the kids stay with him now.
That's right.
The kids will continue to live with him because
That's
that's
good.
who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's
Right.
not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No, next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
Great.
further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation.
The kids are gonna stay with him, and you guys are gonna work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
And I'm at work.
Are you gonna get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about.
What started as a request for child support turned into a courtroom examination of priorities, credibility, and parental responsibility. Judge Vonda B looked beyond excuses and focused on the needs of 5 children caught in the middle. From disputed finances to difficult questions about involvement, every moment pushed the case toward accountability. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
That other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Alright guys, this case is about to hit on a completely different level. A grandmother walks into Judge Vonda B's courtroom carrying the weight of raising her 6-year-old grandson after both parents failed to provide the stability he needed. What starts as a simple request for financial help quickly turns into a shocking discovery involving child support money, hidden information, and a family divided by responsibility. Trust me, this one gets emotional fast.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for...
Right away, you can hear the pain in this grandmother's story. She describes a child whose mother disappeared years ago and a father who slowly drifted out of the picture. Then tragedy strikes when her husband passes away, forcing her out of retirement just to make ends meet. Family courts often see grandparents step in during difficult situations, but the question is, should they also have to carry the financial burden alone?
his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay, I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course, I'm going to say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know,
I do see him.
and
I'll get to you.
and
Okay.
he
Sorry,
comes
yeah.
around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband.
This is where the emotional damage becomes impossible to ignore. The grandmother isn't just talking about money, she's describing how her grandson feels abandoned. Even simple moments, like shopping trips and gifts, have become symbols of a deeper issue. Children notice these things more than adults realize. What would you have done if you were watching someone prioritize themselves while your grandchild felt like an afterthought?
Shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words. He can't stay, and he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home, I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can
Okay.
after your mother is done.
Now the case takes a dramatic turn. While trying to get medical assistance for her grandson, the grandmother discovers something she never expected: child support has apparently been paid for years. The problem? She's been covering the child's expenses herself and hasn't seen a dollar of that money. If those facts are accurate, this isn't just a misunderstanding, it raises serious questions about where the support has actually been going.
Okay, sorry, Mom.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are. And then the finances, I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay, all right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under.
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, it's he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Notice how Judge Vonda B immediately focuses on facts instead of emotions. The grandmother explains the sacrifices she's making just to keep her grandson healthy and housed. She isn't asking for luxury, she's asking for help with basic necessities. In family law, courts look closely at who is actually providing day-to-day care. And from everything we've heard so far, that responsibility seems to be falling almost entirely on Grandma.
Okay, so you just want one to pay child support and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
Well, according to them, yeah, health insurance, because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and I understood that they wouldn't even qualify him for Medicaid because, according to them, he had coverage. But I don't know where that medical coverage is. I've
Under
been paying
mom.
the mom or him or somebody's got him covered, but I don't have the information that I need to go take him to the doctor.
I understand. I follow you. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need and you just don't have it, and hopefully Mr. Campos has it. Is there anything else you want me to know, or can I move over?
I want to know, I mean, like I tell you, he plays dumb, but I just can't believe that he's let me come out of pocket, you know. When Grandpa was around, it was easier. We could pay these things, but now it's serious that I can't even get him for a common cold without having to Uber almost 20. I mean, Uber doesn't pay anything, and my pension doesn't take care of it.
Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Campos. I'm not going to call you by.
And here comes the first major revelation. The father admits he has been receiving child support from the child's mother. That admission changes the entire tone of the hearing. Suddenly, Judge Vonda B isn't just evaluating who cares for the child, she's examining whether support money has been reaching the person actually raising him. Did this moment change how you see the father's role in the case?
First name.
Okay.
Mr. Campos. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves?
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you pick him up and go
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, you know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, you know, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So, link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, you know, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed.
The judge now starts breaking apart the father's reasoning piece by piece. He claims he pays for health insurance, yet the grandmother, the person taking the child to doctors and clinics, doesn't even have access to the information she needs. Legally and practically, that creates a huge problem. Insurance only helps if the caregiver can actually use it. The more details emerge, the harder it becomes to defend his position.
I tell my mom everything.
What do you, it's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Campos. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently. You know,
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
It's that
So
I may
you're
have.
letting your mom take your son to the doctor and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever.
Oh.
I had no idea until I tried to file for these services support. And I have told him, hey, I mean, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well, this is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the T-ball. And
so you're paying
out right now.
She's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs.
Mm-hmm.
This may be one of the most telling moments of the entire case. Instead of focusing on his son's needs, the father starts talking about inheritance money, jewelry, and personal finances. Judge Vonda B quickly redirects the conversation because none of that changes one critical fact: grandma is raising the child. When arguments shift away from the child's welfare, judges tend to notice immediately.
And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would help.
You just said keywords. He left quite a bit of her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many
Your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And
last
why
3
does that
years.
matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose. No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her dearly.
Well, I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. That she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
So what's
Now the hearing becomes even more uncomfortable. The grandmother reveals she offered to move into the father's large home with her grandson after becoming a widow, but he refused. Whether viewers agree or disagree, the optics are difficult to ignore. A grieving grandmother is struggling in a one-bedroom apartment while continuing to care for his child. That contrast is hard to overlook.
What's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house?
She's
How many
mixing up
bedrooms
my
we're
words.
talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom. It's
800
not as big as
square
she's.
feet.
It's not.
as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano, so you can imagine. It's not I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere,
off.
so they're
I no
yeah,
longer
but
see her.
She
I
left,
no longer see her.
but she was making good money like he makes. But they were living very, very comfortably. And but he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow, it's become critical.
Okay. All right. Mr. Compose, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Here comes the financial breakdown, and Judge Vonda B isn't buying vague answers. Questions about income, property ownership, and support payments expose major inconsistencies in the father's testimony. Family court judges rely heavily on credibility, and when details don't add up, it can significantly affect the outcome. Every answer now seems to create more questions than it resolves.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano
Well, then that's where all the
and
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying?
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
You know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just a grand.
Yeah,
Everybody don't receive that.
and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Campos, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, the rent a month is about a grand 500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What's your other expenses look
Your
like?
Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and you know, as families talk, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute, you closed on this house.
Oh yeah.
I may
Okay,
have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as you know, it was a heartbreaking, you know, I don't
So
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there you have a deed?
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just
so you own the Ms. Compose. You own the home.
It's-
Do not come in here and waste my time.
the details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work
Mm-hmm.
on me, okay? I was not born yes.
This is the turning point. Judge Vonda B orders that the child support money currently being received be redirected to the grandmother, the person actually caring for the child. On top of that, the father is ordered to contribute support himself. Legally, this reflects a simple principle: financial support should follow the child. The person doing the parenting should not be left carrying the burden alone.
Yesterday.
Okay.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're going to send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this.
Okay.
That's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? Let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000, all right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right, so your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julie.
All right, so 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you receive from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs.
What began as a grandmother seeking help ended with a powerful lesson about accountability. The court uncovered hidden child support payments, unanswered questions about medical coverage, and a family struggling under the weight of misplaced responsibility. Through it all, Judge Vonda B focused on one thing: the best interests of the child. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
To you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known that I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think at low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay, I
you know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your
I
Honor.
just
Do better.
noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, you know. And it was not $500 because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the home.
Mr. Compost,
Shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
and
This
I
for her
need
to
you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, I need you to keep working so your mom can get this.
Alright guys, this one is a classic case of family sacrifice meeting harsh reality. A grandmother walks into Judge Vonda B's courtroom asking for help raising her granddaughter, while her own daughter insists she's doing everything she can. But when the court starts digging into who is actually providing daily care, this emotional family dispute quickly becomes a legal lesson about responsibility, priorities, and what it truly means to be a parent.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl, her name is London, and she's almost 2, and my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom, and everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
The grandmother's story immediately sets the tone. She isn't claiming her daughter is a bad person or an absent parent. In fact, she acknowledges that her daughter is working hard and trying to build a future. The problem is much deeper than that. When someone else is carrying most of the day-to-day responsibility for a child, family court begins asking an important question: who is really supporting that child right now?
If we can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
I just feel I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Now we hear from the daughter herself. She's a full-time student, working during the day and attending classes at night. That's an exhausting schedule, and many viewers may sympathize with her situation. But Judge Vonda B is already focused on something else: the difference between having challenges and transferring parental responsibilities to someone else. Did this moment make you start seeing both sides of the case?
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right? So
I had
you
one
always said
child.
you wanted a grandchild,
I
didn't
had
you?
one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I can't do it by myself though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother. Right. You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right?
This is where the emotional tension begins rising fast. The daughter argues that her mother should help because she's family. The grandmother responds with a reality many parents understand: wanting grandchildren doesn't mean volunteering to raise them. Judge Vonda B immediately recognizes the core issue. Family support is valuable, but support should never be confused with permanent responsibility. That distinction is about to become critical.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's a
that
good
she's
thing.
making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So
I know she is, and that's why I leave her with you.
Notice how the judge shifts the conversation toward logic instead of emotion. If a daycare provider deserves payment for caring for a child, then why should a grandmother doing the exact same work receive nothing? This comparison is powerful because it cuts through excuses and focuses on value. The childcare responsibilities are real whether they're performed by a stranger or by a family member.
well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. Once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, take care of my own daughter by then. Right now I need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Jim.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just,
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
The daughter's argument now centers on education and future success. She believes that investing in her degree will eventually benefit everyone, including her child. And while there's truth in that idea, Judge Vonda B highlights an important legal principle: future plans do not replace current obligations. Parents can pursue goals, careers, and education, but their responsibilities to their children continue in the present.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out
I
to go
tuck
to
her
school
in.
and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her
That's
a
what you
kiss
do?
Sometimes she
goodnight.
wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up the
while.
baby at midnight.
Just so I can give her a kiss, read her a little story, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother that money for taking care of your child, because she is footing the bill. She's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically, you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. Right. And the baby is with your mom.
This exchange may be one of the most revealing moments in the hearing. The judge points out that the daughter is rarely home long enough to provide consistent daily care. Between work, classes, and late nights, the grandmother is effectively functioning as the primary caregiver. That changes how the court views the situation. What would you have done if you were balancing school, work, and parenting all at once?
And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and she does help. And like I said, she doesn't like that. She's not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got that promotion.
That kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going.
To the grandmother's credit, she acknowledges that her daughter is trying. There are no accusations of partying, neglect, or reckless behavior. Instead, this case highlights something much more relatable: a hard-working parent stretched beyond their limits. But good intentions alone don't pay for diapers, food, housing, and everyday childcare. The court must focus on what the child needs right now.
We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom. The child is no longer living with your mom. Your daughter is with you 100% of the time. Then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some financial break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. So it's going to be.
Now comes the legal turning point. Judge Vonda B makes it clear that because the child is primarily living with the grandmother, financial support is appropriate. This isn't punishment for going to school or working hard. It's recognition that the grandmother is carrying a large share of the financial and caregiving burden. The judge's goal is simple: make sure support follows responsibility.
Based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167, $16.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375.
The court now begins calculating support using the daughter's own income figures. Many viewers are surprised when family courts rely on straightforward math rather than emotional arguments. Income, healthcare costs, and caregiving responsibilities all factor into the final number. Once those pieces are established, the court applies the guidelines and determines what level of support is appropriate.
It's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You gotta learn.
Okay.
Another important issue surfaces here: healthcare. Instead of relying on Medicaid reimbursement, Judge Vonda B directs the daughter to provide insurance coverage through her employer if available. This reflects a common principle in family court: when a parent has access to affordable coverage, they are generally expected to help meet the child's medical needs directly whenever possible.
Any questions? No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright guys, this one is going to leave you shaking your head. A father comes to Judge Vonda B's courtroom claiming he's been raising 2 children almost entirely on his own while their mother drifts further and further out of their lives. But as the testimony unfolds, what starts as a child support case quickly turns into a shocking debate about parental responsibility, sacrifice, and whether someone can simply opt out of being a parent.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, you know, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. You know, she's always working for the hospital. You know, yeah,
Right away, the father paints a troubling picture. He says he completely rearranged his career to be available for his children while their mother became increasingly absent. Family courts often pay close attention to who is making daily sacrifices for the children. When one parent changes their entire lifestyle to provide care and the other becomes less involved, judges immediately start examining where responsibility truly lies.
We said back then that we could do this together as one. I wouldn't so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at, and you know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They're always at, and for days at a time. She's never home, and we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much.
Now the allegations become much more serious. The father claims he has found evidence of drug use and dangerous items around the home. Whether those accusations are ultimately proven or not, they dramatically raise the stakes. Courts are always concerned when claims involve a child's safety. At this point, Judge Vonda B is listening carefully, trying to separate emotional accusations from facts that actually impact the children's well-being.
Just trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have two.
Two, all right.
You mean we, not you?
No, I have two.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital. So
The mother's response doesn't exactly help her position. Instead of addressing the concerns directly, she focuses on work obligations and minimizing the problem. Then comes a surprising admission, dropping off fast food and leaving. Parenting isn't simply providing occasional meals. Courts look at consistency, supervision, emotional support, and involvement. Did this moment change how you viewed the case, or do you think the mother still had a valid argument?
she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously the
not true.
kids.
I mean,
Are you saying your kids are liars?
they could be. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. It's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I am, though. Like, I feed them or sometimes, and
You feed them? You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
okay, but it's food, though.
but you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine.
This exchange highlights one of the biggest themes in family court: time versus effort. The father explains that he spends time reading, helping with homework, and adjusting his schedule for the children. Meanwhile, the mother appears focused on why she can't do more. Judge Vonda B immediately notices the contrast. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing a willingness to put the children first whenever possible.
You can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's
I mean, they
okay?
have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
As he
spend more
should,
time
he's
with
a
the
dad.
kids. As
but-
you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift, why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him, it's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
And then comes one of the most revealing moments in the hearing. The mother openly suggests that caring for a child with autism is simply too much work for her. That statement lands hard. Raising any child comes with challenges, but courts expect parents to meet those challenges rather than avoid them. What would you have done if you were sitting in that courtroom hearing that admission?
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no. I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Now Judge Vonda B starts focusing on the legal side of the dispute. The mother admits she hasn't contributed financially since leaving the home. That's a critical fact. Child support isn't based on who wants to parent more, it's based on ensuring children receive support from both parents. Once the court establishes who has primary custody, financial responsibility becomes much easier to determine.
All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of given.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
The hearing takes another dramatic turn when the mother argues that supporting the children is primarily the father's job. Judge Vonda B shuts that down immediately. Family law generally treats both parents as financially responsible for their children. The courtroom tension rises because the mother's expectations seem completely disconnected from what the law actually requires.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right, health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan. So I just
Yes.
pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we
It's
doing?
Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities.
Then comes perhaps the most shocking revelation of all. The mother admits she never really wanted the children and feels burdened by the responsibilities that came with parenthood. These moments are powerful because they reveal motivations that often stay hidden beneath legal arguments. Suddenly, this case becomes about much more than money. It becomes about commitment and accountability.
And what his job is, because you're a mom, period.
I mean, but I
And
didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad.
that.
And I'm doing well beyond.
He's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So.
But you kept them.
no, the first we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to.
Judge Vonda B now begins calculating support using the mother's income. This is where courtroom drama meets legal reality. The court looks at earnings, healthcare obligations, and the children's needs. Regardless of personal feelings or regrets, once children exist, the law focuses on ensuring they receive financial support from both parents. The numbers are about to make that crystal clear.
Is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So, $60,000 a year, I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this.
Not only is the mother ordered to pay ongoing support, but the court also addresses back pay for the period during which she provided little or no assistance. This is an important principle in family law. When one parent shoulders the entire burden alone, courts may order reimbursement to help balance the financial responsibilities that should have been shared from the beginning.
What we'll do, you just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025, plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month in a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $50.
What began as a custody and support dispute ended with a powerful lesson about parental responsibility. Judge Vonda B looked beyond excuses and focused on the children, especially one child with special needs who requires extra care and stability. From shocking admissions to a substantial support order, every moment reinforced one message: parenting is a responsibility, not an option. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
$1,500. I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything?
Alright guys, this one is wild. A retired father walks into court claiming his own daughter has practically handed over parenting duties and disappeared from responsibility. 2 children are being raised by grandpa, bills are piling up, and financial support is nowhere to be found. But as this hearing unfolds, the judge uncovers details that make the situation even more shocking. The question is simple: when does family help become full-time parenting?
9 Paul case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mr. Paul, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
This is already becoming more than a child support case. The judge isn't just hearing about money, she's hearing about 2 children being cared for almost entirely by their grandfather. In family court, grandparents often step in during emergencies, but when that arrangement becomes permanent, legal responsibility has to follow. What would you do if you were raising your grandkids every day without any financial help from their parent?
And thank you for taking in your daughter's kids, because they could be a number of places, but thankfully they're with a grandparent. Ma'am, what do you have to say for yourself? First off, let me ask this question. Is what he just said true?
I mean, they
It's a yes or a no. What he just said true.
Yes, it's true.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
Listen carefully to the judge's questions. She's trying to determine whether the mother is truly unable to care for her children or simply choosing not to. Family courts generally understand that parents need to work, but being absent every single day raises serious concerns. The more the judge learns, the more it sounds like Grandpa isn't helping occasionally, he's carrying the entire load.
And I'm going to ask you too, every day you have something to do that requires you to be away from your kids? How many kids are we talking?
2.
2? You left 2 kids with him? What do you have to do, ma'am, that's so important every day that you cannot have your own kids?
I gotta make money, so
Doing what? What do you do for a living?
whatever I need to do, honestly.
Ma'am, what does that even mean?
I do, a little dabble here, a little dabble there, just different stuff.
You know what? You obviously came here to waste my time.
Now the courtroom takes a dramatic turn. When someone can't clearly explain how they're earning income or where they're spending their time, judges tend to become skeptical very quickly. Credibility matters in court. Every vague answer creates more questions than answers. Did you notice how the judge immediately shifted from sympathy to suspicion once the details stopped making sense?
And I am not about to play with you. What was the last legitimate job that you had?
I was a waitress
Okay, where?
at a club.
Is that what you call it? Waitressing?
Yes, it was waitressing. What else was I doing?
You don't want me to tell you.
I want you to tell me.
She was strolling the streets like a prostitute. I mean, it's like, because you never see her until you drop the kids off, and then I don't see her for 2 or 3 days.
That's what he heard. He don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who told him that? The streets.
I guess so. The streets had to tell him, because
I hear the streets tell the truth, right?
sometimes
right?
the streets talk, but sometimes.
This moment is crucial. The judge isn't guessing anymore, she's gathering financial information that will directly impact the support calculation. Child support isn't based on excuses or lifestyle choices, it's based on income and parental responsibility. Once the mother admits earning between $7,000 and $8,000 monthly, the legal conversation changes completely.
No, ma'am. When you were working at that club, how much money were you bringing home monthly?
Between $7,000 to $8,000 a month.
All right. Okay. And that's all tips?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I am going to do is base your child support on that $7,000 a month. So that would bring your year.
Notice the emotional shift here. Grandpa isn't asking for luxury. He's not asking for revenge. He's asking for help feeding and caring for children who live under his roof every day. That's what makes this case hit differently. The person seeking support isn't an ex-partner, it's the children's grandfather, who stepped in when someone else stepped out.
Salary to $84,000 a year. Yeah, you can shake your head all you want to, but that's exactly what I'm going to do, ma'am. This is extremely disappointing that you leave your kids every day with your dad and you're not giving him any type of financial support. What are these kids on, they receive any type of government assistance or anything?
She gets food stamps every month.
Oh,
and I
no,
don't
ma'am.
see any.
The food stamp discussion reveals another major issue. Public assistance is meant to benefit the children, but the judge is trying to determine whether those benefits are actually reaching them. All their time at Grandpa's house, where is that support going? Questions like these often carry significant weight when a judge evaluates fairness and accountability.
You get food stamps, where are the food stamps going?
In my house.
Who lives in your house besides you that need the food? Because your kid's over here with your dad. You don't give him any money from those food stamps?
No.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. So this is what we're going to do. Salary, $84,000.
Here comes the legal reality check. The judge begins calculating support using the income figures already admitted in court. This is where many people misunderstand family law. Child support isn't a punishment. It's not about rewarding one adult over another. It's about ensuring that children receive financial support from both parents regardless of who currently has custody.
A year, that brings your gross to $7,000, your net to $5,508.87, which will make your child support obligation $1,377. Now, you said that you were receiving, don't look confused, I don't even want to hear it.
I can't pay that every month.
You were not making those faces when you were out in those streets.
But
so
I
don't come in
can't.
here trying to make, excuse me, don't come in here trying to make those faces. I am not trying to hear it. I've heard enough.
Your Honor.
And
The tension is reaching its peak. Every attempt to deflect responsibility is being met with direct questions and hard numbers. The judge isn't interested in excuses about lifestyle choices or personal freedom. Her focus is simple: 2 children need food, shelter, clothing, and stability. Those obligations don't disappear just because someone doesn't feel like parenting.
you are in the wrong. Yes, sir.
She has a man living with her too, so just in case you didn't know.
You
You
that.
don't need to
You know
tell
what?
her who in my house though, Daddy.
You
Like
know
for
what?
real.
Okay.
I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it
I
is what it
mean,
is.
it sounds like
And her
Daddy telling
just
the truth.
tattletailing.
Well, it sounds like he needs to tattletale on you. Somebody need to. You are ridiculous. Sir,
Yes.
she receives food stamps. So I'm assuming there's some Medicaid or something
Yes,
these kids
yes.
are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do is do 9% of that $7,000.
Now the Medicaid reimbursement enters the picture. This is an important legal concept many viewers overlook. When government programs help cover a child's needs, courts can require parents to reimburse part of those costs. It's another reminder that financial responsibility follows the parent, not the taxpayer, whenever possible.
For your reimbursement to Medicaid, that comes out to $496. So $1,377 plus the $496 reimbursement to Medicaid, that make your total monthly child support obligation $1,873.
You know, men that pay that much money every month. So why I gotta pay that every month?
I don't know.
Did this moment change how you see the case? The mother's response isn't focused on her children or how she'll improve the situation. Instead, she's focused on how the payment affects her. Meanwhile, Grandpa has been carrying the burden all along. Sometimes a single statement tells the court everything it needs to know about priorities.
Too many women that just take their kids and go drop them off at their parents' house, and they have a whole man staying in the house with them.
It's my dad. Y'all act like I
You
dropped
know
them
what?
off with anybody.
These are your kids. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, I guess I need to go make some money.
What started as a grandfather asking for help ended with a powerful reminder that parenting responsibilities don't disappear when someone else steps in. The judge calculated support based on income, added Medicaid reimbursement, and made sure the children would finally receive financial assistance from their mother. In the end, accountability won the day. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
In these streets for that.
Okay, well, you know what? That is your business. As long as these streets pay Pawpaw $1,873 a month.